So now let me show people how you can use Hasura along with MariaDB and connect your MariaDB database to supercharge your API development. So let me get started. First things first, you need to create a new project on Hasura console. You can go with the free version. I'm using a server based in US West, and I'm creating the project. Now that the project is created, the next step is to launch the console, which I'm going to do. So I'm launching the Hasura console for the project. So here, what I do is I need to connect the MariaDB database to the Hasura project. So let me name the database something like MariaDB, just MariaDB, that's enough. I need to provide the JDBC connection URL, which is this, and I connect. So the MariaDB database is connected. Now let me track the tables. So I'm tracking all the tables. All the tables are now successfully tracked. Now what I can do is I can use the API. So these are all the tables and attributes that are there. So let me actually query the asset table. Let me query everything. So this is a GraphQL API that I'm generating. So let me see if I can query this. Yeah, so I'm getting all the data for the asset table, and I can add more attributes here. I can add the inventory attributes, and I get the data along with it. So I have the asset table and the inventory data also along with it. Now let me show you how you can create the REST endpoints for this. So to create a REST endpoint, what I need to do is I need to have the GraphQL query for it, and I can just create the REST endpoint and say this is my GraphQL request, and I can name it my query asset and inventory, and this is a get query. So I create it. That's all. So I can now test this, and I get the data for the REST endpoint as well. So the best way to get started is to go to hasura.io/cloud and use this code to get $100 free Hasura cloud credits, so that you get to try enterprise and cloud enterprise subscriptions as well, and see all the features that we provide, and see how you can use MariaDB in it. Peter?
Yeah, and for MariaDB's technology, probably the best way to get started is Docker. Most developers have Docker already, but if you go to the link on the slide, you can see where our Docker images are stored. And then there are some instructions on helpful instructions on how to create VM and configure your TCP ports and such, and install Docker, and then sort of bootstrap a MariaDB database with an existing script, SQL script to create tables and such, as well as like create users and service accounts and these sorts of things. So hopefully everything you need there to get started